Hello everyone. Today let's discuss one-to-one relationship, right? So here, so here, in one-to-one relationship, each row in table A, each suppose consider we are having two tables, table A and table B, right? So in one-to-one relationship, each row in table A is linked to exactly one row in table B, exactly one row in table B, and vice versa. Same thing, right? So in one-to-one relationship, again I'm telling each row in table A is linked to exactly one row in table B and vice versa, right? So let's consider the simple example here just to understand the one-to-one relationship. Before considering the example, I just want to tell you one thing. So one-to-one relationship is used to separate optional data. Basically, uh, why it is used? It is used to separate optional data. So basically, it improves the performance or enforce tighter control on the certain columns. Enforce tighter control on certain columns, right? So here, let's go with a very simple example. You'll understand this one even better. So here in this case, I'll just go with a database name. Use. This is fine. The next step is let's create some table. I'll just go with a table named persons here. So I'll just go with create. So let me do one thing. I'll just go with create table. So this one, let me go with the persons. So I'll just go with, sorry, one second. Give me a second here. So this is fine. Within the persons table, I'll just go with person ID, person ID. This I'll just set this one as primary key. I'll just set this one as primary key, right? So the next step is I'll just go with the name. I'll just go with the name. So this will be varchar of 50. So this is fine. This is fine, man. So let me come out of this one entirely. Now, what shall we do? Let's create the passport table with one-to-one link. Let's create the passport table with one-to-one link. So this will be create table. So this will be passports, right? So this is fine. This is fine. So within the passports table, let me go with the passport ID, person ID, and the passport number, right? So we'll be going with a foreign key just for the reference purpose, right? So we will be going with a foreign key. Here, I'll just go with passport ID int. So this will be primary key. This will be primary key. This is fine. So the next thing is I'll just go with a person ID. I'll just go with person ID. So this one will be int as well. I'll just make use of the unique keyword. So by this time we'll be knowing the unique. We have discussed about the unique as well as the unique index as well, right? So we have to know about the we have to know certain things. That is the reason we discuss certain basic things, right? So here now I have made use of the unique keyword here. Now I'll just go with passport number as well. I'll just go with passport number as well here. So this will be varchar of 20. So this will be varchar of 20. This is fine. So here in this case, I'll just go with foreign key. I'll just go with the foreign key. So this one, I'll just mention person ID. So basically what it references to, this will, I'll just give here references. So this is fine, references. So this one will be persons. So this is fine. This, let me give person ID. Let me give person ID. So this is fine. Yeah. We're done with the passports table as well, right? So here we are going with the person passport ID, person ID, passport number, foreign key. So let me explain the query in very simple terms. So here whatever persons we have considered, right? So this is nothing but this person's table holds the personal information. this person's table holds the personal information, and this passports table, whatever we have created, the second one, the second table, so this holds the passport data, this holds the personal information, this holds the passport data. And we are going with the person id, we are making use of the foreign key, and we are going with a person id which is unique. See here, we have made use of the person id which is unique, which is marked as unique. Basically what it does, unique keyword, it ensures or it makes sure only one passport is being given for the one person per person, right? So only one passport is allotted per one person, basically. That is the reason we have made use of the unique keyword here, right? So here in this case, what will be the output? Here tables will be created. It makes sure that it is one to one mapped, it is one to one mapped, means here in this case what we are doing, so each row in the table, this one person, each row in the person's table is linked to exactly one row in passports table, and vice versa. That's what we are doing here, right? So this is basically the simple example for one-to-one relationship here, right? So let's go with the final part here. Let me execute this one here before. So here you can clearly see completed. This one, comments completed successfully. This works absolutely correct, right? Correct, right? So we have successfully created this one, persons and passport table, basically, right? So I'll just summarize this one. Let's discuss this one for the one last time here. So one-to-one enforces exclusive pairing between the rows. One-to-one relationship enforces exclusive pairing between the rows, right? It is used when splitting information across tables, when we have to split information across tables just for the sake of modularity or security. So just keep these two things in the mind, right? So we are done with the one-to-one relationship. Next, let's move on with the one-to-many relationship. For now, this is it. Thanks for watching, guys.